Hello and welcome to the Orthodox View, where we discuss latest religious news from an Orthodox Christian perspective. I am its host, Philip Champion. For the second year in a row, abortions have been the leading cause of death worldwide, with more than 3 times as many people losing their lives to abortion than the second leading cause of death. Worldometer, a database that keeps track of statistics on health, the global population and other metrics in real time, determines the number of abortions performed worldwide based on data obtained from the World Health Organization. The last available snapshot of the Worldometer as it appeared on New Year's Eve, captured by the Internet Archive tool the Wayback Machine, revealed that approximately 42.6 million abortions were performed worldwide in 2021. By contrast, only 13 million people perished of communicable diseases, the second leading cause of death last year. The other leading causes of death paled in comparison to abortion, with 8.2 million people dying of cancer worldwide, nearly 5 million deaths caused by smoking, approximately 2.5 million alcohol-related deaths, nearly 1.7 million people succumbing to HIV/AIDS, and more than 1.3 million people dying in traffic accidents, and nearly 1.1 million suicides worldwide. A separate set of coronavirus statistics, also compiled by Worldometer, revealed that 3,524,139 people died with complications from COVID-19 in 2021. In total, approximately 58.7 million people died in 2021. That figure does not include those who died from abortion. If abortion as a cause of death was included, the number of deaths last year would have surpassed 100 million. It took 7 years of litigation for the owners of a bakery in Belfast, Northern Ireland, to prove their right not to support same-sex marriage. It all began in 2014, when a gay rights activist demanded that Aisher's Bacon make a cake iced with the words "Support Gay Marriage." When Christian bakery owners Colin and Karen MacArthur declined the order, he sued them in 2014. The British Supreme Court first sided with the bakers, so the gay activist demanded that the case be examined in the European Court. And so the European Court of Human Rights in Strasbourg also sided with the evangelical Christians from Belfast. According to the British Evangelical Alliance lawyer Peter Linus, this story is highly important. He says the following: "This case was about freedom of conscience, speech and belief, and whether someone could be forced to create a message they profoundly disagreed with. Today's ruling protects everyone from compelled speech." Interestingly enough, on a different case, the British Employment Tribunal also sided with a Christian nurse who was suspended from her job for refusing to remove her cross. The court's decision reads as follows: "The respondent allowed its employees to wear other items of religious apparel, including headscarves, turbans, and kalawa bracelets, that had broadly comparable risk profiles in terms of health and safety as a cross necklace. There was no proper explanation as to why those items were permitted, but a cross necklace was not." Sergei Domenko, who calls himself Metropolitan Epiphany, the leader of the schismatic organization called the Orthodox Church of Ukraine, has admitted that the help of law enforcement agencies and state authorities is needed for the transfer of canonical Ukrainian parishes to his uncanonical structure. In an interview with RBC Ukraine, he said that the expansion of the Orthodox Church of Ukraine has slowed down significantly, and he cannot do without the support of the Ukrainian authorities and the police. He added that in his opinion it is necessary to carry out some kind of judicial reform, and that the support of the state for the OCU is not significant. I quote, "This concerns the police, who sometimes do not want to directly participate, protect the legal rights of the community, do not understand these processes. Sometimes they can even openly defend the interests of Moscow supporters." The Serbian Patriarch Porfirije expressed his support for the Serbian tennis player Novak Djokovic. Via a post on Instagram, the Serbian Patriarch extended a message to Djokovic. Millions of Orthodox Serbs pray for you, as we do. May the warmth and love of the Cave of Bethlehem warm and strengthen your heart and soul. The world #1 ranked tennis player remains in detention in Australia at a hotel accommodating visa applicants, pending his appeal against the ruling by the Australian federal government, which has banned him from remaining in the country to compete at the Australian Open, as he lacks a COVID-19 vaccination certificate. Patriarch Theophilus of the Orthodox Church of Jerusalem wrote an author's column for the English newspaper The Times. He once again drew attention to the fact that the presence of Christians in Jerusalem is under threat. Our churches are threatened by Israeli radical fringe groups. At the hands of these Zionist extremists, the Christian community in Jerusalem is suffering greatly. Our brothers and sisters are the victims of hate crimes. Our churches are regularly desecrated and vandalized. Our clergy are subject to frequent intimidation. The small intent of these radical groups is to extinguish the light of the Christian community from the old city. The Patriarch noted that the radicals are not representatives of the State of Israel or the Jewish people, and that it is necessary to protect the diversity and uniqueness of all quarters of the old city for the benefit of Jerusalem and the whole world. In his Christmas interview on the Rossiya TV channel, the primate of the Russian Church, His Holiness Patriarch Kirill of Moscow and all Russia, has expressed his support for the Patriarch of Jerusalem and pointed out the danger of radicalism artificially fueled by religious ideas, because religious wars are what mankind has suffered from for centuries. The Russian Orthodox Church has continually raised its voice and taken measures in support of the Orthodox Church of Jerusalem. Well, this is all for today. Thank you for watching and see you next time on the Orthodox View.